Sir. Excuse me. He's a pastor. He's a pastor. You beating a pastor. You beating a pastor. He's a pastor. You beating a pastor.
My goodness.
He's a pastor. He's a pastor.
Ah, madre. ¿Tienes un número de teléfono que yo puedo marcar? Dame un número de tu familiar. Dame un número de teléfono. Tu nombre no, pero número para hablar con tu familia, señor. Emilio Moreno. I just need the wife's phone number so I can let her know, please. No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
You didn't let my husband call. He's in fucking Mexico right now.
Well, that was a different case.
No, it wasn't.
He fought us.
He did not fight you.
Yes, he did.
Then why weren't the windows broken?
Because he rolled the passenger window down.
So you're one of the ones that arrested my husband. Can't wait for that case to show up. Guys are fucking with people on Christmas. What the fuck, man?
That's tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, this is when they celebrate Christmas.
All right. Well, if he would have been compliant with his release into this country, we wouldn't have arrested him. This is on him.
Guys are pieces of fucking shit. It's what you are.
Merry Christmas.
Fucking piece of shit. Got your fucking plates, bitch.
Did they take somebody?
Yeah, they just did. Oh, hi! Fuck you! Fuck you! I fucking hate you! That's the one that arrested my fucking husband. I hate that bitch! New plates! New plates! Got your plates, bitch! Oh, I fucking hate these motherfuckers. I knew it!
I need to be extremely direct with you about what's happening across the United States right now because all hell is breaking loose. As Donald Trump gets more desperate, as his cover-up of his involvement with Epstein backfires in his face, he's unleashing hell to lash out. And he's unleashing that hell across cities and towns throughout America. We have the videos. We have the photos. We have the receipts of Donald Trump's militarized ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo engaging in Nazi tactics throughout the United States, and I'm going to bring you those receipts right now. This is among the most important coverage we do here, and I want to highlight the work of citizen journalists who have done an incredible job capturing this and standing up to the ICE Gestapo. Please share this video with as many people as you can because we need to get the truth out about what's happening in America. We're not in a constitutional crisis anymore. We are past it. There is an authoritarian regime right now engaging in Nazi-like tactics, and it's important for us, we the people, to resist. Let me show you what happened on Christmas as ICE forcefully detained a pastor. This actually occurred on Christmas Eve. The pastor showed his ID to agents. They said they still wanted to take him so he could prove his legal status. He's a pastor, and they're beating him. A witness yells this out, and one of the Border Patrol agents responds, "Well, he's not a pastor in my country." Someone else says, "God will judge you. You're taking people from their kids, you're leaving them alone, and you're doing this on Christmas." This incident occurred near the Picker House Lofts apartment complex in Lewiston, Maine. Let me show you what happened. In the video, you can hear people yelling, "Excuse me, he's a pastor, you're beating a pastor." The violence and aggression from these agents is captured on camera, and it's horrifying to watch them manhandle someone who posed no threat while witnesses desperately try to intervene. But ICE and Border Patrol agents aren't just taking people and disappearing them. They're stealing their groceries while they detain them and separate them from their families. They're rummaging through people's mailboxes. Let me show you what happened in Yakima, Washington, where ICE detained a father who was shopping on Christmas Eve. The ICE agents then stole the family's groceries. 3 agents divided up the food that had already been purchased. They literally stole food from the family of the man they just disappeared. By the way, I am trying to do my best to gather all the information I can for you and share it with you. Please leave your likes and comments, and I would be grateful if you subscribed. Let's continue. A witness asked, "Can I just get the wife's number to call her and let her know?" The agent's response, "No, He should have complied. Those groceries belong to us now. They wouldn't even give the witness the phone number so the man's wife could be notified her husband had been detained. Then the agents nearly hit the witness and tried to run over them with their trucks. In the video, you can hear the witness pleading, "I just need the wife's phone number so I can let her know." The agent refuses. The witness mentions that their own husband is now in Mexico, deported, and the agent claims that was a different case, that the husband fought them. The witness pushes back, "He did not fight you. Then why weren't the windows broken?" The agent says, "Because they rolled the passenger window down." The witness then realizes this is one of the agents who arrested their husband and says they can't wait for that case to show up in court. Another person says, "You guys are messing with people on Christmas. What the hell, man?" The agent responds, "That's Christmas Eve. This is when they celebrate Christmas. Well, if he would have been complying with his release into this country, we wouldn't have arrested him. This is on him." People are calling the agents what they are, and the agents respond, "Merry Christmas," mockingly, as they nearly run people over with their vehicles. You can hear the anger and desperation in people's voices as they document the license plates and express their hatred for what these agents are doing to their community. The next video I'm going to show you is truly tragic. Shout out to the great work that the people at Sidewalk School do capturing and sharing videos like this. What you're watching here is a mother being taken away from her son. She had just stepped outside of the courtroom with her lawyer and legal team after winning a continuance in her case. The reporter sat through the entire hearing. This mother did what she was supposed to do, and the court granted her more time. This mother entered the U.S. on a valid visa. She's also a pastor here in the U.S. and was a pastor in Mexico. Her visa later expired, but her attorney filed an asylum application, meaning she still has legal status in the United States. And yet the moment she stepped out of the courtroom, she was detained. What you're seeing is her saying goodbye to her son while ICE waits to handcuff her, put her into a black van, and take her away. This is what's happening outside our courtrooms. The reporter writes, "If you are able to, please donate to Sidewalk School to continue their legal observing and documenting of these cases and standing with families when the system fails them." In the video, you see the heartbreaking moment of separation. A mother torn from her child despite having done everything legally required of her. Next, I'm showing you video of ICE agents rummaging through people's mailboxes. This is happening across the United States. In the footage, you can hear agents saying, "Is there a mailbox?" and "I just want to look for a name," as they illegally search through private mail, looking for information they can use to target people. Here's an interesting video from Philadelphia, where an ICE agent who had been operating in that community was apparently recognized while Christmas shopping and was not happy when identified by a citizen. The person filming asks, "Why? Why are you trying to intimidate me?" The agent claims, "I'm not doing anything but walking. Leave me alone." The person responds, "Kidnapping our neighbors the past 5 days." Let me play you a longer clip now from when ICE agents forcefully detained that pastor in Lewiston, Maine at the Picker House Lofts Apartments. In the video, you can hear the confusion and fear. Someone is saying, "I'm an American. Why are you taking him?" The agents demand immigration documents. The pastor shows his ID and says, "I'm not the one you're looking for." The agents respond, "Are you in this country legally?" He says, "I'm not illegal here." The agents say they're going to take him down to the office to figure out who he is. Witnesses start yelling, "Excuse me, he's a pastor. You're beating a pastor." The agents respond, "He's not in this country legally." Witnesses insist, "He is a pastor." The agent says being a pastor doesn't give you legal status. Someone says, "God is going to judge you guys. You're taking people who have kids. You're leaving the kids alone." This is the reality of what's happening in America right now. Pastors being beaten and detained on Christmas, families separated, children traumatized, and it gets worse. In the next video, ICE arrested a father on Christmas morning, handcuffed his kids, and made them watch. The children are crying, saying, "Chill, we're kids," right before an agent violently rips the phone away from a kid, breaking it. The agents then detain 2 minor children and perp walk their dad in front of them. 3 more witnesses were arrested just for filming. Eventually, the children were released into their mother's custody, but permanent damage has been done to their property and probably permanent mental and psychological trauma inflicted. ICE claimed the family was impeding the agents by driving behind them. This incident occurred right by a high school in Corona, California. In the video, you hear agents yelling, "Get your ass in the car." The kids are saying, "Don't be touching me," and "Chill, we're kids." An agent responds, "I don't give a fuck," and violently takes the phone. This is how they're treating children in America. The next video is from Christmas Eve in San Diego. This is from Arturo Gonzalez, who has been well known for documenting the atrocities by ICE and Border Patrol in the San Diego area. He was detained and harassed as a result of filming. They took his property. They impounded his car. Arturo has been on the front lines capturing the ICE and Border Patrol Gestapo tactics. In the footage, Arturo is filming when agents approach him. He asks them to stay back because they're trying to intimidate him. The agent says, "I need you to put your phone down." Arturo says, "I need to record this." The agent makes him put the phone down, then searches him, telling him to separate his feet further and further apart. The agent says, "You're not under arrest. I'm just detaining you while I do my investigation." You can hear someone yelling, "This is for my people. I'm protecting family from you, you massive piece of shit Nazi. You're a Nazi, that's what you are. I'm protecting my people from you fucking Nazis. You're a modern-day Nazi. Stop kidnapping my people. Stop kidnapping my family members." Later, after being released, Arturo explained what happened. He said ICE filed false police reports against him, claiming he was driving recklessly when he was filming the entire time. It's all on video for documentation in court. They impounded his car for 30 days. He talked with the tow yard, and they told him the max fee would be $3,000. So he's facing 30 days without a car, but he says he's going to get on his bike, carpool with friends, and be out there one way or another. He's not going away. He wants ICE agents to know he's not going anywhere. These are really sad, tragic events, but it's critical that we bring this to you and explain what's going on. This is Trump's America. This is what happens when an authoritarian regime decides certain people don't deserve rights. This is what happens when agents of the state believe they can operate above the law, steal people's property, separate families, traumatize children, and face no consequences. The parallels to historical atrocities are obvious and intentional. When you have agents rounding people up based on how they look, demanding papers, rummaging through mailboxes, stealing property, separating families, traumatizing children, operating outside courtrooms to grab people who followed legal procedures, and retaliating against anyone who documents their actions, you're witnessing fascism in action. The fact that this is happening on Christmas, one of the most sacred days for many Americans, shows the cruelty is the point. These agents could have waited. They could have shown basic human decency, but they chose to tear families apart on Christmas because Trump wants maximum suffering and maximum fear. He wants immigrant communities to know that no day is safe, no place is sacred, no legal process will protect them. The pastor being beaten while agents say he's not a pastor in my country reveals the mindset. These agents see themselves as occupying forces in enemy territory. They don't see the people they're terrorizing as fellow human beings with rights. They see them as targets, as problems to be eliminated, as less than human. That's how atrocities happen. That's how ordinary people become instruments of oppression. The stealing of groceries is particularly telling because it's so petty and cruel. Those agents didn't need that food. They took it because they could, because they wanted to inflict additional suffering on a family that was already being torn apart. They wanted to send a message that everything you have, everything you've worked for, can be taken from you at any moment by the state. The children being handcuffed and forced to watch their father's arrest is psychological torture. Those kids will carry that trauma for the rest of their lives. They'll remember Christmas as the day armed agents invaded their home, hurt their family, and broke their phone when they tried to document what was happening. That's what Trump and his regime are doing to American children. The targeting of people who film these actions shows consciousness of guilt. If these agents believed they were doing righteous work, enforcing just laws in appropriate ways, they wouldn't care about being filmed. The fact that they confiscate phones, file false police reports, impound cars, and retaliate against citizen journalists proves they know what they're doing is wrong. They know if the American people see the full truth of their actions, there will be consequences. But people like Arturo Gonzalez aren't backing down. Even after having his car impounded, facing thousands in fees, being detained and harassed, he's committed to continuing this work. That's courage. That's what resistance looks like, and we need more of it because the only thing that will stop this regime is people refusing to comply, refusing to look away, refusing to let these atrocities happen in darkness. The mother being grabbed outside the courthouse after winning her continuance is particularly egregious because it shows the complete disregard for legal process. She followed every rule. She showed up to court. She had lawyers. The court granted her more time. And ICE grabbed her anyway, right outside the courthouse, making a mockery of the entire justice system. If legal compliance doesn't protect you, if following proper procedures doesn't matter, then we're not a nation of laws anymore. We're a nation of force and fear. Every video I've shown you today is evidence of crimes, theft of property, false imprisonment, assault, Fourth Amendment violations. But who's going to hold these agents accountable? Not the Trump Justice Department, not the Trump FBI, not any part of the federal government that's been weaponized to serve Trump's authoritarian agenda. That's why documenting these actions and sharing them widely is so important. We're creating a historical record that will be used when accountability eventually comes. This is also why Trump is so desperate about the Epstein scandal. He's ramping up these ICE operations not because there's a real crisis that requires terrorizing communities on Christmas, but because he needs distractions. He needs news cycles focused on immigration rather than on his connections to a child sex trafficker. He needs to energize his base with cruelty to immigrants so they don't ask questions about why he's covering up Epstein's co-conspirators. But it's not working as well as he hoped because the cruelty is too visible, too documented, too undeniable. Americans are watching pastors get beaten, children get traumatized, families get torn apart, and groceries get stolen by government agents on Christmas. Even people who support strict immigration enforcement are uncomfortable with this level of brutality and lawlessness. The agents saying "Merry Christmas" mockingly as they destroy families tells you everything about the sadism driving these operations. This isn't law enforcement. This is state-sponsored terrorism designed to make certain communities so afraid they'll self-deport or go into hiding. It's collective punishment. It's ethnic cleansing by fear and force. I want to know what you think about all of this. Are these Nazi tactics? Should agents be held accountable for stealing property and filing false reports? What can we do to resist this authoritarian regime? Drop your comments below because this conversation is critical. Make sure you're subscribed because we're going to keep documenting these atrocities, amplifying the work of citizen journalists like Arturo Gonzalez and organizations like Sidewalk School, and demanding accountability for what's being done in our names. This is not America. This is not who we are. And we're not going to let Trump turn us into a fascist state without resistance. Keep filming. Keep documenting. Keep resisting. We're not going anywhere.